Hi, I'm Dr. John Weeks, Director of Science Education at Southeast University. Welcome to 3-Minute History. We're here to talk to you about the Autoclimes and the Thermospheres of Stone Mountain outside of Atlanta, Georgia. So come with me, we'll investigate further the beauty of Stone Mountain and its history. What most people don't realize is during the Civil War, man had a definite impact on Stone Mountain when General William Tecumseh Sherman's army was camped out on one side of Stone Mountain immediately after the Battle of Atlanta on their way to Savannah. Coincidentally, and unknown to them, on the other side of the mountain were the men of the 7th Regiment of the Army of Sam Thurmond. At the same time that General William Tecumseh Sherman's army was setting fire to one side of the mountain, some campfires in the cooking and the mess hall area of General Thurman's army got out of control and subsequently burned the other half of the mountain down. What was once thick forest like this magically became Stone Mountain. A lot of people think these are cairns made by the Park Service to tell everybody how to get to the top of the mountain, which is silly because how do you not get to the top of this mountain? There it is. What these actually are the remnants of telegraph poles that were put up during World War I. There was a telegraph station at the top of that to alert people of any incoming aircraft from Germany. There was an anti-aircraft battery at the top of the mountain, and the aircraft never came, and this is all that's left of the telegraph poles. One of the things about Stone Mountain that seems to impress a lot of people is the fact that it's been called the largest single piece of granite on the planet. Not unlike an iceberg, what you see over the surface of the earth here that we know as Stone Mountain is only a very, very small part of it. In fact, it's a granite rock that goes all the way through the center of the earth, not quite the center. It misses the core of the earth a little bit. It comes out in Australia at a place known as Ayers Rock, which is a mountain, sacred mountain, that the Aborigines there called Umutulubulu. More about Umutulubulu when we do the 4-minute natural history next month. Going to be a very special episode. Here at the top of the mountain, it's very windy, and I wanted to point out an earthquake protection device that the United States government put in here about 60 or 70 years ago. These all over the top of the mountain, you'll see these brass or bronze bolts that go all the way through to Ulubalubulu. And it seems to be working just fine. The mountain's still here. This is one of the fault line that the earthquake left. You can still see where the two tectonic plates shifted just a little bit. It was a minor earthquake and no one was injured, although some encampments at the bottom of the mountain did tumble over. What you're looking at here is an actual bristlecone pine. It's ecotone typically from California, but there's one spot outside of California where the bristlecone pine does flourish, and here it is on Stone Mountain. It looks dead, but it's not. This is it. This is it. It takes turns. The branches all have their turn sprouting leaves. That way they don't have to overdo it, and they don't have to rely too much on the very poor soil conditions. Leif Erikson, believe it or not, Leif Erikson and his band of misfit Vikings, who we know discovered North America hundreds and hundreds of years before Christopher Columbus did, came up to Stone Mountain, and they made a Celtic cross on the top of Stone Mountain, and it's been very carefully protected for all these years. Nobody's messed with it, no vandals or anything like that, but there's one of the only 2 records in North America of Leif Erikson actually having been here. Is one, I think, in New Brunswick, and one here on top of Stone Mountain. At the base of Stone Mountain is Pine Lake off in the distance. Named Pine Lake because it's surrounded by pines, so it's aptly named. There are no fish in the lake, and that's even a mystery to me. No one knows why there's no fish in the lake, but there's not a single living animal in the lake. I hope you've enjoyed this 3-minute natural history tour and human history tour of Stone Mountain. I hope you'll come back next week where you never know what you're going to find. In the meantime, keep hunting for history.